Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series on basic electronics. We were dealing with module number 3, that is introduction to an op-amp and its applications. So let us discuss lecture number 28. So contents that was covered in the previous lecture are op-amp as inverting summing amplifier considering 3 number of input voltages. So we know that op-amp can be used as a summing amplifier, that is an adder. So basically there are two types of summing amplifier. One is inverting summing amplifier and another one is non-inverting summing amplifier. If at all the input voltages that needs to be added, if it is applied to the inverting terminal of the op-amp, we call it as an inverting summing amplifier. If all the input voltages that needs to be added are applied to the non-inverting terminal of the op-amp, then we refer it as a non-inverting summing amplifier. So in the previous lecture we have discussed by applying 3 number of input voltages to the inverting terminal of the op-amp, and we have discussed as op-amp as an inverting summing amplifier. So in case of inverting summing amplifier, it is going to perform addition of all the applied input voltages producing at the output terminal of the op-amp the sum of all the applied input voltages. So we have discussed problems on inverting summing amplifier. So contents that is covered in this lecture is op-amp as differentiator. So op-amp can be used as a differentiator. It is one of the application of the op-amp. So we are going to discuss op-amp as a differentiator in this lecture. Learning outcomes: after this lecture the students will be able to understand op-amp as a differentiator. So op-amp means op-amp circuit can perform mathematical operation of differentiation. So that is, op-amp is going to perform mathematical operation of differentiation on a signal. So here a differentiator is one that produces an output proportional to the differential of the input. That is, output voltage is directly proportional to a rate of change of applied input voltage. So the input signal to the differentiator, if it is applied to the capacitor, we know means in a differentiator we are going to make use of a capacitor component. So the input signal that is applied to the differentiator, it is directly applied to the capacitor. So therefore the capacitor is going to block any DC content. So there is no current flow to the amplifier summing point and resulting a zero output voltage. The capacitor allows only an AC type of input voltages, so wherein it can pass through and whose frequency is dependent on a rate of change of applied input signal. So this is a circuit diagram of a differentiator wherein we have Vin. Vin is an input voltage. C is a capacitor which is in series with the applied input voltage, and we have a feedback component, feedback connection from output to input. So the feedback component used here is a resistor and it is denoted as RF, and non-inverting terminal of the op-amp it is connected to ground, where VO is the output voltage. So I1 is the current that is flowing through the input capacitor C1, and IF is the current that is flowing through the feedback component RF. So here with respect to the circuit diagram, we came to know that capacitor is in series with the applied input signal. So as capacitor is in series with the applied input signal, so we know that the relationship between frequency and a reactance of the capacitor. So that is, F is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi XC. So frequency is inversely proportional to the reactance of the capacitor. So for example, if the applied input voltage, that is Vin, is of a low frequency input signal, so whenever we apply a low frequency input signal, automatically we know that frequency is inversely proportional to the reactance of the capacitor. If the signal is having a low frequency, then reactance of the capacitor is obviously large. So hence signal would get less amplified, or it is going to produce a less gain, or it produces a low output voltage. So suppose if a high frequency input signal is applied at the input of the input terminal. So here whenever we apply an high frequency signals, then with respect to F is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi XC, so we know that reactance of the capacitor is less. So it comes to much lower. Therefore it is going when a high frequency input signal is applied, the reactance of the capacitor is lower, therefore resulting in higher gain or high output voltage, and or else output will get amplified in a better way. So suppose if the high frequency signal also contains a noise, then noise also would get amplified. So most of the time we won't prefer differentiation in high frequency signal, because if at all a high frequency signal contains a noise information also get amplified. So that's why we are going to avoid differentiation with respect to high frequency input signals. So let us derive an equation for an op-amp as a output equation for op-amp as differentiator. So this is a circuit diagram for op-amp as a differentiator. So by applying KCL, we know that sum of the current that is entering to the node will be equal to sum of current leaving the node. So therefore I1 is equal to IF plus IA. So IA is the current that is going to enter into the op-amp. So we know that already node B, that is non-inverting terminal of the op-amp, it is connected to ground. So therefore potential available at node B is equal to 0. So that is voltage available at node B becomes equal to 0. So in order to make easy calculation and analysis, we will be using a virtual ground concept. So in case of virtual ground concept, we know that Ri is assumed to be infinite. So whenever a resistance is infinite, that is input resistance is infinite, then current cannot flow from one terminal to another terminal, or else the potential difference between 2 points remains same. So whenever a potential difference between 2 points remains same, current cannot flow from one terminal to another terminal. As node B is already connected to ground, hence node A also becomes equal to ground. So that is, so this point node A becomes equal to ground. So therefore voltage available at point A, it becomes VA also becomes equal to 0. So as potential between these 2 points are 0, or assuming Ri is equal to infinite, current cannot flow. So therefore no current flows into an op-amp. So therefore Ia becomes equal to 0. So only that current entering, that is the current that is flowing through the series capacitor can also flow through the feedback resistor. So therefore I1 becomes equal to If. So no current flow into an op-amp. So all the current that is passing through the capacitor has to pass via the feedback component Rf. So there is no chance of current flowing into an op-amp because of assuming ideal op-amp consideration or virtual ground concept. So now we are supposed to calculate what is the value of I. So here I is equal to C into d of V in minus VA divided by dt. So current equation is given as I1 is equal to C1 into d of V in minus VA divided by dt. So we know that VA is equal to 0. So VA is equal to 0, it is because of virtual ground concept. So substituting VA is equal to 0, we are going to get C1 into dV in divided by dt. So similarly, we need to calculate the current equation. We need to find out the value of current from the output side of the circuit. So therefore, If is equal to, it is potential difference between 2 points divided by resistance. So it is VA minus V0 divided by Rf. So we know that already VA is equal to 0 due to virtual ground concept. Substituting VA is equal to 0, we will get If is equal to minus V0 divided by Rf. So we know that I1 is equal to If. So hence substitute to the equation for I1 and If. So I1 is equal to, it is C1 into dV in divided by dt, whereas If is equal to minus V0 divided by Rf. So substituting I1 is equal to C1 into dV in divided by dt, which is equal to minus V0 divided by Rf. So we are supposed to calculate the output we are supposed to find out the output equation of the differentiator. So hence VO is equal to minus C1 into RF dV in divided by dt. So this is the output equation of op amp as differentiator. So therefore output voltage Vout is a constant minus RF into C times the derivative of input voltage Vin with respect to time. The minus sign indicates that there is a 180-degree phase shift because input signal is applied to the inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. So the disadvantage of op amp as a differentiator is, so for high frequency input, op amp differentiator circuit becomes unstable and it will start to oscillate. And if the high frequency signal also contains noise, then noise signal also gets amplified. So noise means basically it is an unwanted signal. So if along with a high frequency signal, if a noise signal is also available, then noise signal also gets amplified. So thus we avoid, most of the times we won't prefer differentiator for high frequency input signals. So these are the disadvantages for differentiator. So one, whenever we apply high frequency input signal, it becomes unstable and it will start to oscillate. And another disadvantage is, if at all an high frequency signal also contains a noise information, noise signal also gets amplified. So these are the two disadvantages when we use high frequency input signals for performing differentiation operation. So let us solve one example on op amp as a differentiator. So the title of the problem is, the input of the basic differentiator circuit is a sinusoidal voltage of a peak value of 10 millivolts and frequency of 1.5 kilohertz. RF is equal to 100 kiloohms and C is equal to 1 microfarad. Find VO. So given Vm is equal to 10 millivolts, F is equal to 1.5 kilohertz and RF is equal to 100 kiloohms, whereas C is equal to 1 microfarad. We are supposed to calculate the VO, output voltage. So this is a circuit diagram for op amp as a differentiator. So capacitor is in series with the applied input voltage, and we have a feedback component that is resistor RF. So RF value is equal to 100 kiloohms, whereas capacitor is 1 microfarad. So we know that we have one more parameter that is given is Vm. Vm is equal to 10 millivolts, whereas F is equal to 1.5 kilohertz. So therefore Vin is equal to, we know that Vin is equal to Vm sin omega t, where omega is equal to 2 pi f. So 2 pi f value is given as 1.5 kilohertz. So simplifying this, we are going to get 3 pi into 10 to the power of 3 t. So substitute the value of Vm and omega value. So here Vin is equal to, Vm is, it is 10 millivolts, 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3, sin omega is, it is 3 pi into 10 to the power of 3 t. So output equation of a differentiator is VO is equal to, it is minus RF into C dVin divided by dt. So we have RF is equal to 100 kiloohms. So substitute the value of RF, it is as usual minus sign, 100 into 10 to the power of 3 into C is, it is 1 microfarad, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 d of Vin. Vin is, it is 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 sin 3 pi into 10 to the power of 3 t divided by dt. So simplifying this, VO is equal to minus 100 kiloohms into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 10 into 10 to the power of minus 3. The differentiation of sin is, it is cos of 3 pi into 10 to the power of 3 t into 3 pi into 10 raised to 3 t. So simplifying this, we are going to get VO is equal to minus 3 pi cos of 3 pi into 10 raised to 3 t. So this is a output value for the given problem. So summary, we have studied op amp as differentiator and solved an example on differentiator. Thank you.